you have the ring, Feef. Congratulations.
Do I?
Yep. Dr. Beats, I was watching for 6 hours trying to find that thing last night.
Did you watch me this morning as well?
You didn't find it. She walked back out at night. She grabbed it after you were done looking. She hid it somewhere. You couldn't find it.
I mean, he literally seen me come in and go to bed.
Whatever, dude. So you guys are coming up with ideas for my next event.
Yes.
And I'm supposed to hear you guys out and give you feedback.
Yep.
I have zero faith that any of you know anything about content for an event. Just, I mean, what, CJ?
Yeah.
Fucking Mando. I mean, Mando probably is the best idea, to be honest. I mean, the rest of you guys, I just don't think you're content minded. Like, Ozemi's smart, so he might be able to, like, get into my perspective, but he doesn't have the experience to really understand what it takes to come up with something unique, in my opinion. But you know what? Let's hear it. What do you got?
I proved you wrong first. So, I mean, I pitched something about hitchhiking. Starting in one spot, you have to hitchhike yourself to another location. You can only buy stuff with a certain budget that you receive. Viewers are able to kick you out of cars by doing sub goals.
Let me get a table or
set
something.
incentive stuff. Obviously, that's just
That's a bad idea.
why so.
Why, you tell me why it's a bad idea.
The thing that I said, which is kind of why I cut it off to start, was that in some states it's illegal to hitchhike.
No, it's a bad idea because hitchhiking is pretty hard. You're going to be standing around for a long time in between hitchhikes doing pretty much nothing on the side of the road for hours, which is boring.
Okay, that's fair.
Ice, I have an idea. It is a personal powered boat race with regulations that is a cross between rat race and scavenger hunt. It's basically kayak, very small, personal powered crafts, pedals, paddle sails, traveling 200 miles across, say, the Everglades. There's an actual race that does that. You have to camp because it's leg based, right? Every day you have got to make it a certain amount of miles, and you can only camp in designated spots. So if your next campsite is 20 miles away, you're going to have to row, paddle, or sail 20 miles. There's limitations on your boat, its capacity, and the people that have it, or the people that can get in it. And you start out with very basic accommodations, like maybe a tarp for a tent, no cooler, canned food, but the chat can donate to upgrade those things into maybe an actual tent, a cooler with ice to put, water, stuff like that. And then, of course, you can upgrade from there. Maybe you're doing steaks and things like that. But the thing is, it's a very, very difficult race. Your boat is going to break, and chat should be able to airdrop you things to fix it. 200 miles long is 2 weeks long, 2 week survival stream with rat race conditions.
It sounds interesting. It sounds better on paper than I think it would actually play out. I think in reality it would get boring after a couple days. How long is it supposed to be?
I mean, it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks.
Because, camping in kayaking in the Everglades, so you kayak for 6 hours a day, and then you camp, and then you do that every day.
It's a survival stream.
I mean, kayaking for 6 hours would get boring after 2 days, I think. Unless you're literally getting chased by alligators, and then
yes.
Camping, I mean, I think that shit gets boring too.
So there's one more piece. There's actually designated sanctioned races that do this, and people compete in this, like outside of streaming, obviously. If you complete it, you actually have your name in a registry that gives your time and things like that. It could be a good place for public clout, and it would be IcePoseidon's first boat race adventure. It's similar to how
clout with the kayaking racing committee.
I mean, you could put it on your resume, your streaming resume.
Okay, buddy, I'm not putting it down. I kayaked across the Everglades. Like, who gives a fuck?
Well, it opens the door for more nautical content.
Nautical content, yeah. Dude, whatever. I can just buy a boat, dude.
Yeah.
That idea, like I said, better on paper than I think in reality. I think it would get boring after 3 days of the same thing. The only thing that would make it not boring is if there was a massive prize for the winner of the race. Like massive, like, it would have to be like, so all the contestants are willing to push themselves past their breaking points. But that's not realistic because I'm not giving away that that big money for a kayak race. So,
but do you think Kick might?
Yeah, maybe. But the content shouldn't be life-changing money. The content should be just the content.
Okay.
Like it shouldn't have to need a lot of money to be good content.
Okay.
I have a developing idea.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to hear this.
Well, it's very fresh and very so. But
He said it's interesting, chat. He said it's interesting.
It might be a little far fetched, but it's doable with the right resources, and I know it's doable. But you might hate it. Who knows? So, you need a decode and overlay for the city of Austin. It would be in the city of Austin, and so let's put ourselves within the frame of like what was it, Pokemon Go or something, where you actually had the maps of things that were virtual or something. Or, anyways. So it would be a crime-solving or a mystery-solving sort of thing with organizations or groups that are sort of going against each other, and it's going to be sort of a mystery thing. And so think like GTA with the overlay, but we can't code it that hard because it's a lot of resources, but this is very doable. So you would have the city of Austin.
I have those resources.
Okay, well, okay, so I would want to code an app that is an overlay of the city of Austin that's rendered relatively accurately, and you have these groups that are like mastermind groups that are pitting against each other, and you have all of these mysteries. Think like a combination of Saw for like the movie Saw for like the consequences and like sort of puzzles like that, and then think of like GTA 6 for sort of the way you roam around the city, and you have like these prizes that are coded within this app. You can get a team of coders to do it pretty quick these days, especially, and so. I think it would be really cool to sort of build something within that, but within the context of the storyline, you have like deep mystery and these puzzles that are fucked up, and you have people like side stories and side quests and things like that. It's something in there, but it's
So you have what, like MPs, real people standing around?
We
giving
are.
side quests?
We're yeah. Well,
What's
you
the
would
content?
So the content is that you have organizations that are trying to take down another organization.
What? How does it?
It's
okay.
loose.
Okay.
It's loose.
If you're streaming this
Yes.
content,
Yes.
tell me, what are you doing?
You're running around. You're with your team or on individual missions. You're going to find clues which are coded. You don't know what the fuck they are yet. But this, I mean, I'd have to sit down and really build out the storylines, or you would. But that is the idea. So you would be streaming, and you
Give
would
me
have,
an example.
Okay, so I'm streaming, and I have the city of Austin with the overlays coded, and like, let's say that there's a clue, like fucking Zelda or something, I don't know, and you go and you activate something, doing some mission. You have to solve a mission to activate another clue, and this all is built into a storyline. It's all. I'm literally coming up with this right now.
Okay, so like a scavenger hunt.
It would be, elements of the scavenger hunt would be present, yes, but it's built into a deeper storyline, and mind you, I don't know all the contests, I don't know all the events you've done.
So
in
a
the past,
scavenger hunt with dog shit attached to it.
No, dude. No. I'm literally making this up as I
It's
go
like
right
a
now.
it's like a scavenger
Couldn't
hunt
tell.
with lore.
Yeah.
I think it could be good. It's in my mind. I'm bottlenecked at the way it's coming out.
I mean, it's kind of interesting, like a scavenger hunt
keep
with
thinking.
lore. I kind of like that. I
keep
mean,
thinking
you know,
about
but it's
I think the
not really unique.
Anonymous just tipped $5. Nate bitched this 100-viewer Andy cameraman who's taking up most of the shot. Nick told them to back off.
Any of them if you want to.
I do like the idea of using tech
to build into the
to.
world.
I like using tech in combination with streaming to come up with new ideas.
Okay.
Because you know, it's I mean, it's endless. You know, there's only so many things you can do, like physically, but if you have somebody who codes,
Yeah.
you can make and use apps, and like, I mean, you can make some pretty creative games, and then you gamify IRL. I like those kind of ideas.
Yeah. Okay.
Because everything else has been done already.
Yeah,
So you
it's-
need to be creative now
Yeah.
and gamify shit.
Yeah.
I have one that's an idea which I've actually been hearing about, because I have several that I've kind of come up with and put away in the vault when I have more clout and can do it. And this one is actually somewhat similar to his, but exceptionally it's going to be a little mix of Sam Pepper's next top streamer, and also with your massive free for all craziness, and anybody can come about. And reason I believe that this will be successful is because anybody in the world can participate in this event. It's not going to be something like, oh, you're vetted. It's going to be you sign up for it, you fill out the thing, you show that you have a cell phone, you show that you have what it takes, like the necessary materials to do it, and you start off as a blip in a map, and let's say the entire state of Texas, and it's going to be a spot that on the map shrinking constantly, and everybody is all the way around, and it's going to be essentially like an RFI tag type event where people have to essentially tap their phone or however we decide to do the technology, and everybody is always available on the map. If their subscribers want to gift money to the organizer, they can remove them for let's say an hour. and the circle goes all the way down, and the last man standing wins. And I believe the reason that would be successful is because it would create deep storylines that are multiple driven ways, where it's going to be significant amount where all sorts of people are going.
You're saying that people anywhere in the world can be a dot on the map in Texas.
Well, I'm saying they can participate, kind of like similar to the Hunger Games, how like when you look at the map, it showed all of our locations.
Yeah.
And the viewers can.
So we're removing the IRL content, and it's only the map.
No, the people will be streaming, physically streaming. They have to extreme, like, and it's like.
Oh, they have to fly to Texas.
Yes, they have to come here. If they want to participate, it's here. Like, anybody can sign up. And it's last man standing. And it's basically like, you can eliminate people. And I mean, if you want to make it where it's like interesting, where like there's some type of like a gulag or challenge, or like a 50-50
So the Hunger Games, but with
the entire
everybody.
state. Yes.
In the entire state.
Yes, that wants to participate.
Well, that sounds like a great idea. Oh, but there's one problem. That's a huge liability.
Well, I mean, you could just have to.
There's a bunch of. What do you mean? Last man, you give away. If I'm giving away $100,000 and anybody's allowed to come and it's in public, people are going to be going to jail. People are going to be assaulting random pedestrians on the side of the road. Or they're going to think they're part of the game. People are going to be fucking like. I can't just give everybody a waiver. That is, if anybody's allowed to come. I mean, that's a huge liability.
I mean, that is a good point. Then maybe like we have it where there's a large amount of people that could do it, but they're all vetted and signed with like, waivers and so on and so forth. Or there can be specific areas that are off limits to be able to negate that type of aspect.
I do like that idea. I do like the idea of it's like Fortnite, with the closing circle and everything. I kind of like that idea. It would just have to be slightly. There would have to be just something in place to protect me from liability.
Yes, but I do think that it would be like insanely deep storylines. It would also give small streamers that maybe people have started like Zero, for example, literally Zero.
But there would still need to be an objective. There needs to be sub-objectives.
100%.
Because otherwise it's just people standing around waiting for the circle to close.
100%, I agree with you. And we can have spontaneous like death situations where like, everyone obviously is like fighting and stuff like that. We can have it where streamers can, or like viewers can put bounties on other people's heads, where if like you get them out, now you get eliminated or get a free, like if you get tagged, you don't actually get out. So we can have incentives for like people to hunt down people, constantly be able to fight them. We can have cash prizes, or like maybe nothing crazy, but like enough to really incentivize people to fight.
Okay, I mean I like that idea. It's interesting. I mean it's basically Hunger Games, so it's not too unique. Let me give you guys an idea. I have many ideas in my vault of ideas.
I haven't pitched mine too, by the way.
I'll get to you after. So this is one of my ideas. I haven't done it yet because I don't know, just haven't done it. But because it's kind of crazy. It's ridiculous. Maybe it's just Adderall psychosis thoughts here. I don't know, but I had this idea where I take a map of let's say Austin, and you put grids on the map in Austin in diagonal, fucking octagons, and they're all in the octagonal grid, and then the viewers watching can spend channel points to buy each grid, and then they can place augmented reality assets on it that would interact with me, and my goal would be to go from point A to point B, Austin to Dallas or something, going through this augmented world that the viewers have created for me on the spot. Or if that was too crazy, it would be viewers can purchase use channel points to buy the grid, and if let's say I'm trying to go to Dallas from Austin and I'm walking, if they buy a grid that's in front of me, it turns it red and I can't go through there anymore, so now I have to figure out how to get around it. So they can trap me, and they can make me go a ridiculous route to try to fucking get there before they close it off, and it gets more expensive exponentially with every grid that's bought.
So you've been wanting to implement augmented reality for a while.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. I tried it. I tried it.
You may want to help Kate.
It's too scuffed. But that's in my vault for one day when the technology's better. But it's too scuffed right now. But the grid thing of them closing off the grid and like making virtual obstacles, so I have to like go around. I like that, or like I don't know. I like the idea of viewers
being involved,
buying like virtual things like land or something, and then they can fight each other. Like I like the idea of viewers interacting with a grid that interacts with me. That's just my idea. I don't know. I mean, I haven't done it yet because it's if you don't do it correctly, it's gonna be shit content. So That's why I haven't done it, because it's like, yeah, you have to do it correctly, and it's really hard to do correctly. Okay, Mando, he's gone.
Right here.
Kate, are you serious? Are you serious about the tattoo thing? So, what was the pricing?
I think could I possibly consult my wife?
Sure. Yeah. Just give me the answer as soon as you can. I can get that set up.
Sounds good.
Bring the tattoo artist here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh perfect. Yeah. Let me give her a call real quick.
What are you getting done?
Well, I had an event idea.
Nicholas face on his other nipple.
So, I had an idea.
He already has both of them coming.
Jesus
I
Christ.
got 10K for me.
You didn't get to see that
Hey,
the other day?
come on, guys. Let's listen to his idea.
So I literally just came up with this like just now. I just got back, but I have an idea where anybody in the world can log into this app, kind of like the scavenger hunt app, but they can download this app, and they can basically do challenges that are geolocated to their area. So, for example, if they are in Austin, then it could be something like, what's common in Austin? Something like some of the scavenger hunts questions that we had in Austin. But if they're in Africa, for example, one of the challenges can be
Africa.
Yeah, Africa, literally anywhere in the world.
Do they have internet?
Yes, they have internet now. So if they're in Africa, it could be like stream, get a line on stream live, you know. And all of the things have to be streamed, not filmed. None of it have to be streamed. And then the top 50 will fly out to Austin, and then all those challenges will be the same challenges, obviously, because they'll all be in the same area. And the top 10 will fly out to somewhere extremely exotic, and those challenges should be like extremely crazy and like a lot of content.
And who is judging to make sure people do their challenges? Because if there's like hundreds of people, I can't do it myself.
Everything has to be streamed, and then like I don't know if you have a team or we can generate a team, but everything has to be streamed. So the VODs, they'll use the clips, and all the challenges will be, this has to be clipped. So whatever the challenge is, whether it's, get a girl's number, or whatever it is, it has to be clipped. Change a random person's oil, like it has to be clipped and has to be sent in, and it'll tick that off.
I do like that idea. The only issue I see with doing an event where anybody can join when they're not actually in my proximity. The problem with that is if you're a brand new streamer with no viewers, nothing, and you're in Africa, what's going to make the viewers watch you? The viewers don't know you. They don't care about you. Why would they watch you?
The challenges in Africa, for example, will be extremely exotic compared to the challenges in America. So when they do clip it, the clip will go out, and they'll be like, what the fuck? This person's filming lions and kangaroos in Africa. And they might be able to pick up some new viewers like that.
Thanks for
that shit doesn't help him.
Thank you.
I don't know, but that was just my idea. I just came up with it.
I mean, I like that idea. It's just, like I said, the hardest thing is getting the viewers to care about those random people streaming.
Well, they'll come out to Austin if they make it to the top 50.
If they make it to the top 50, that's when the viewers will care about them more, because now they're in the proximity and they're more relevant. But I don't really like the worldwide thing. Everybody can involve themselves. I think everybody needs to be in one spot.
It could be in America or something.
Why don't we send people to another country like they don't speak that language? So it's
that just makes it more.
They can't communicate with anyone else.
It just makes it more fun, because then you have somebody from China, you have somebody from Africa, you have the top 50 of the people who are willing to do the most to get over here and continue the challenge.
I would keep it in a smaller area. If I did that idea, it would be Texas or something. So it's more relevant that the streamers can actually run into each other and interact with each other, and it makes more interesting content that way. If a random streamer streamed to the lion in Africa, I wouldn't give a fuck.
But when they get to America, when they get to Austin, and everybody's here, would you give a fuck a little bit, or?
I mean, maybe the top 10, or 10 people or something. I wouldn't care about all 50.
Okay.
I mean, in the scavenger hunt, you saw the way I was reacting to people's streams. I only went to people's streams that were really contenders of winning. I didn't really watch somebody stream if they were just a random person that was not doing too much exciting shit. They didn't come off as a winner or anything. So, I mean, there was 100 people in the scavenger hunt. I only watched 20 people because everybody else fucking was boring and not a good contender. I only watched CJ because he's funny to make fun of, and he was always there first to the spots, but he never scanned it.
I think you tuned in once because I had stars on my roof.
Yeah, stars on your roof and then arguing with your driver. That was fun.
As Dr. Disrespect.
And then I would tune into you because you would actually work out the problems. Everybody else using AI and their Discords and shit. You were actually working out the problems. So I liked that. It made the content more interesting for me to react to, so I could see your thought process. You know, if you're watching, you know, if motherfuckers using AI, it's not fun to watch.
Yeah, no.
I got another one if nobody else
have
has
another
one.
idea.
Another one that you
Yeah.
go first for sure.
So my idea is to film streamers preparing for and competing for the Olympic trials in the sport of modern pentathlon. Now, the reason this is interesting, to me anyway, is modern pentathlon is a very niche sport in the United States. Anyone can just register and compete at the Olympic trials. There's no preparation needed. So
You're talking about like an Ironman?
it's not an Ironman. It's a sport that has 5 different sports associated with it. One of them is a fighting sport, fencing, which I think would be interesting to see streamers fight each other and compete against these other athletes who are at this level where they're competing at the Olympic trials. It's funny that any one of you here could just register and actually compete against our future potential Olympians.
I think that would only be funny if it was an Olympians full of fat people.
And you would be surprised at the caliber of the athletes in this sport because it's such a niche sport.
But do people really want to watch athletic people do athletic shit? Why would I want to watch a bunch of amateurs do athletic shit when I can watch the pros do it? I'd rather watch something funny, like fat people doing it.
To me, that's funny that a streamer, any one of us here, could just sign up and compete. And filming the preparation of the athlete, or from zero to nothing, or from nothing to competing at the Olympic trials, I think is interesting.
Yeah, that's boring, dude.
Okay.
I've been pitching Fat Camp forever, and the chat.
Aiden did it.
Let me tell you.
Before Aiden,
Let me tell you why Fat Camp is not something I'm too interested in. What's the content when? Okay, you work out. I make you guys work out, and I go hard on you for 3 hours, and then what? What do you do for the rest of the day after the workout?
Okay, so you're gonna have sabotages where there's gonna be fat people who are gonna want to eat healthy. Some might want to eat unhealthy. You force them to eat unhealthy. So you like to watch fat people gain weight.
Yeah.
So you force them to gain weight if they lose challenges.
It's funny to watch fat people stuff their face and slowly kill themselves. That is funny, but it's a very slow burn. It's not something that happens immediately, so I don't think it's going to translate very well to a stream because the viewers like to see something happen immediately.
Because on day 1, you maybe have Amaranth come and do like a yoga challenge, and everyone does yoga with Amaranth. Day 2, originally I pitched EBZ, but he's long gone. So you'll have someone as a drill sergeant. I don't know, but it's been said. And we're hiking on day 3, and each day is like a different challenge with a different guest streamer to add a twist. And at the end, if anyone loses weight, it's gonna be heartwarming and nice. And if someone gains a ton of weight, it's gonna be funny.
Losing weight, gaining weight, these are things that just take a long time.
That's true.
So it's not going to translate to the stream well unless it's like a month-long thing, 2-month thing, which is too long. Yeah. If it's like a week-long event, your weight's not going to change by much in a week.
True.
Unless you're starving yourself. So I don't know. I'm not really that interested in the Fat Camp thing. There's just no instant gratification there.
All right. So another idea that I've had in my
No. You already went.
Oh, that's
Feef.
Maybe like a better version of the island you just did recently, but more like a Survivor island. I don't know if you watched the Survivor, how they do challenges there.
I wanted to do Survivor.
It didn't last long, but I thought that was a really good idea, and I would love to be in that.
I want to do Survivor. Problem is, it is not easy to set up the streaming infrastructure on an island for like a real big event. Like you can put a bunch of streamers on an island with Starlinks to like survive or whatever, but if you want it to be like Survivor, you need a lot of infrastructure. Getting that to an island's not easy.
You don't have resources? Maybe Kit can help and Eddie can help?
I mean, it's just really expensive.
Eddie has a lot of money.
Yeah, but it's not worth it, is what I'm saying. For the amount of money that will need to be spent to bring everything to an island in some third world shithole country.
What if it's like a closer island?
Well, they're really expensive. Like what? There's no island in America that I could rent that's good, that's not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like it's just too expensive and not worth it. For the same amount of money, you could do some other event and it would be way better. Like it's just expensive.
Okay.
I mean, I looked at one island, I think where they filmed fucking Castaway. That island was like 150K or something for a couple days to rent.
Eddie can't do that. He invests a lot in Aiden.
Eddie's a businessman. Listen, Feef. Here's the thing you got to know about rich people. They're businessmen, okay? When I ask Eddie for a budget to do an event, he's like, how long's the event going to be? And, you know, what's the projection of, like, what do you think's going to happen? The selling point of an island, okay, I need $500,000 to do this island stream, and it's going to be a week long. It's just not worth it.
Maybe you can use, like, your Jew connections and, like, get it down cheaper, you know?
Jew connections don't work in the Philippines.
It might. Maybe
there ain't no Jews Indonesia's another good island place, but they're all Muslim.
Maybe bring Nick. They'll think he's Filipino. No, yeah, maybe.
Zero.
I really like the Survivor idea, though.
I like I like Survivor.
Very entertaining. Yeah.
I just couldn't figure out how to do it correctly without it being a lot of fucking money. Like, instead of Survivor, I could just do Big Brother, and it's 10% of the price. And pretty much the same content. It's just not on the island.
Big Brother's kind of shit, though. I feel like Survivor's more iconic.
I mean, I guess I've never seen Survivor, but same thing, just not on an island. I mean, Survivor's not about surviving on an island. Survivor's about voting out people, doing activities.
Challenges, they have to build their own shelter, etc.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Mando, what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm just coordinating something on behalf for Miss Amaranth.
He's waiting for your idea.
My idea? Sure. May I just finish addressing this so I can make sure Amaranth is set to go?
No, just tell me your idea real fast.
My idea is basically you create a list of streamers that want to join your event, and then everybody in an email, how Nick has been coordinated with us through email, everybody's going to get an agreement that they are not going to say a single thing. It's going to be completely confidential. And what's going to happen is you're going to take these streamers, they're all going to think they're going to like LA, for example, but they're all going to get dropped off in like random parts of America. And then in order for the content to start, they have to go find a homeless Andy, get a homeless person to be a side character, and then they'll either go on a conquest or two. The idea would be like a Skid Row survival stream. So streamers all end up in California. Why is California a good location? Number one, Austin is very conservative. Texas is a very conservative state. A lot of people aren't really used to having cameras in their faces, so you're always going to get people questioning you, and they're going to be like, oh, I don't want to be filmed. But California...
That's not true. People in Texas are pretty open to the cameras.
Correct, but there is some people that, like, maybe, like, the older people, like, maybe people who aren't, like, very used to, like, live streaming and stuff like that, so they might cause a little bit of, like, resistance. But California, a lot of content creators live out there. Basically, you can do anything you want. It's free game. You can literally set up a tent and live outside on the streets legally. So that kind of creates like a whole different spiel for like what you can do in a sense. But a survival stream in Skid Row would be pretty crazy. And then you kind of have to get like a homeless person to like guide you. In essence, like even though it's a survival stream, the goal of it is to kind of like flip it and try and see if you can help that person get out of homelessness and kind of like fix their life.
So a bunch of homeless streamers are going to try and help homeless people get out of homelessness.
Negative. It's going to be all regular streamers, just regular streamers. But they have to find a homeless person to be like their side character. And that person has to kind of like guide them through.
How
like
many times have that been done? How many streamers use homeless people for content and get them out of and try to help them? Like that's just been done a million times. Who cares? You film a homeless person, they're on crack, you buy them shit, and then they just go and spend it on crack later. Like what? Like,
well, I mean, the dynamic is different because it's Skid Row, so like they're helping you survive. If anything, you're more of like their support role. And
okay,
they're like,
the moment you go to Skid Row with a camera, they're gonna say, "Get the fuck out of my face with that camera."
That's a survival.
But you said, "Oh, bring it to California because they accept the cameras." People in Skid Row do not like cameras.
That's why you have to find a good character to help you guide through. You know, somebody who's like a pimp in the area or a drug dealer or something. You know.
Okay, I mean, you could just put streamers in dangerous situations. Yeah, I guess that would be content, but that's not gonna last very long.
Then whoever doesn't survive gets eliminated, and they're a loser.
Okay. It's a stupid idea.
You could combine all of these ideas into a kayak race.
What's with you and kayaks?
It hasn't been done.
Yeah, because it's shit.
Donuts and food sitting around everywhere. Lasts a week, and the one that
it's possible. I do think that my other idea is good. If you're okay with hearing it. So I want to, Friday the 13th, right? Very iconic. Everyone knows what it's about, and I really believe that like there's a big simple thing that was like KISS. Keep it stupid simple. Don't recreate like things that don't need to be. and taking iconic movies or shows or concepts and turning it into a reality TV show / like IRL streaming is going to be flawless in every way because it's a proof of concept. So what I want to do is I want to get a campsite next to a lake, and I want to recreate Jason like in a mask where it's a character that is always walking. He can't run. He has a machete. If he kills you, you're dead. But the concept is there's going to be 2 of them switching out, so it's 24/7 constantly hunting you, and he knows where you are on the map. And there's going to be like maybe 15, 20 streamers that are in within a zone that's constantly shrinking. And now it all starts off where everybody, if they all somehow survive at the very end, they'll get a very small amount like cash prize. But if Jason kills you, you're immediately eliminated. He takes the money, so he has incentive to actually seriously hunt you down. And at that time, all of the other streamers that are there, their cash prizes are now elevated to a higher like echelon of success and payout. So now they're all competing to like sell each other out, maybe get a way to sabotage them. Maybe they could tie them to trees, so that way it's easier for Jason to come and kill them.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything negative to say about that. That could definitely be, if it's done correctly, it could definitely be content.
Yeah, and Jason, like another thing is Jason's never on the map.
Well, let me ask you guys a question. What makes a good stream? If you have to do an event, what makes a good stream?
High risk and high risk.
You don't even watch streams, dude.
Scuffness.
I do now.
Being scuffed. Action.
I've actually been doing a lot of homework.
Yeah, high drama.
Crash outs.
And how do you cause
betrayal?
How do you cause uncertainty?
Changing it up every second you possibly can.
Yeah, pretty much. Just
Change it
a
up
bunch
as
of
it
twists.
goes.
That's what I think is the most important thing when running an event is you need to make the worst thing you can. Okay, when you watch a movie, if you know what's going to happen at the end of the movie before the climax, it's going to be a shit movie. So you always have to make it uncertain, and you need to make a lot of chaos because then nobody knows what's going to happen next. And so people are always going to want to watch to see what happens next. They don't want to miss anything. But if they can predict what's going to happen, then that's boring. So unpredictability is, I think, the number one. What's the number two? What do you think?
I would say people becoming invested in certain characters.
Yep, having good people, good characters. But how do you get good characters?
Like the storyline of, let's not use a homeless person for example, but like the storyline of somebody in a certain situation, and it guides them out of it to a
Character growth.
$5. Rat Race the Nice is trying to snipe the
people to
contestants.
like there's a life story in parallel that is within the story that is developing things. Well,
I think it's having like massive differences.
If you have to choose 10 people, how are you thinking to choose these 10 people?
People with lore, people who are most content, people who have good clips.
Maybe people who are creative and know how to.
That's only half the story, though.
People who turn a situation, people who can turn any situation into content. Like they just know what to twist into what.
True, but I think it's all of that, a little bit of all of that, but also you have to choose certain personality types that are going to clash and that are going to work together. Like you need like a stupid person, you like a fat person, you like a smart person.
So our group pretty much.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and we got 2 facts. So we're
Conflicting
solid.
personalities.
You need like very conflicting personalities that also, but it's not too conflicting. If you get 10 crackheads, it's not going to be that interesting because they're too crackheady. They don't know how to. There's no organization. There's no coherency. So you need a good combination of like smart people, some normal people, some crackheads, and they all come together. If you have 10 action mans, it's just too much. But if you have one action man and you have 3 CJs, that's a little better. This is like the worst example possible, but this is all I have right now.
I'll take it. I like it.
Throw beats in there.
Maybe an event with a bunch of midgets and fat people.
All right,
running
well,
around.
my events have no competition, actually.
Wait, why not make an event for dwarfs only?
Susie Small.
A dwarf only event.
Dwarfs only, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And fat.
All right, well, other ideas are like pretty bad, so what now?
I mean, they need to come up with something by the presentation time, but y'all might want to hedge your bets and maybe do one for Amaranth as well, so you have two things to ride on.
Well, you guys know what I like. I like using tech involved into the streaming because it's new. And it's stuff that you can be, if you're very creative, never been done before.
Something involving AI can be really.
That's why when I do streams, I have my website that's interactive with the viewers, and I use the channel points of the prison stream, and the scavenger hunt had the fucking chest and all this other shit. Like, I like using tech, and you got to get the viewers to interact with it.
Wait, easy. Japan. Get a bunch of streamers, go to a different country, similar how we did in Japan. A country where it allows a 90-day visa for work, personal tourism, etc. And then you guys go to a different country, very similar to we did Japan, and go like that.
Did you hear what I just said? I said
Yeah,
it's important to let the viewers interact with the content.
Of course.
Like it's not a lot. What's the point of a live stream if viewers can't interact with the content and make a difference? So, you know what I like. You know the viewer interaction is very important. So come up with something that fits that realm.
Sir, yes, sir.
All right, should we go to the other team now?
Yeah, we can. Someone grab me a battery, and then who'd y'all sign to Henry?
Fish Tank is I like Fish Tank. They're good.
I would throw someone on that quickly.
Yeah.
Could I get a cord too?
Nick, can we get some ideas about the type of content that Amaranth likes?
I mean, we just did one for her, which is like it's kind of a slower paced podcast, but like it's on horseback.
Okay.
Right. So she has, and another influencer generally go out to roughly where that person is and find some interesting geography. They go horseback riding and they just kind of shoot the shit. And then there's a drone. There's someone following on horseback, stuff like that. She wants something laid back to her interests, and feel free to ask her.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all know you all are a bunch of addicts and alcoholics.
Yeah, rehab. That's a good stream. Yeah.
We did drug
Streamer
testing
rehab,
today.
Streamer rehab with a bunch of people who have problems or pretending they have problems.
What if they
The
sneak
problem
drugs
with-
in an OD though?
I mean, personally, I don't like the rehab thing because I think it's very depressing. Basically, the content is not letting them kick their vices, and that's very depressing. that would be the best content. Is like, oh, you don't want to drink anymore? Well, here, have a sip of.
So instead of fake taxi, it's fake rehab, and then I guess we hired the Cobrubs.
Yeah, like I don't know. That's just like it's kind of dark. I don't. It's a bit too dark for me. All
Matt
right.
hasn't drank in 12 years, and he was forced liquor.
Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and handle.
Oh, that would be epic.
No, that actually happened.
Okay.
Oh,
Ice,
right.
one more thing. Nick did mention the Bachelor concept. I don't know if you were actually going to.
Well, I think it was talked about on that road trip, which I liked it, but
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about wanting to do The Bachelor for a long time.
Right.
I just haven't had a good person to do it with, but Nick White has said that he's interested in doing it now, so, yeah.
Okay. Do you think Amaranth would like that kind of style of show as well, or?
probably, yeah. I mean, she ended up liking this one, even though she wouldn't look at the planning material. I think she just she saw it and she's like, oh shit, like 24 people to do what I say.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
And you could do it in a similar, I guess, housing arrangement.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
All right, let's go to the other team.
Yep.
Thank you.
How long do they have to